guys, I'm Jordan and you're watching Fixbook. But 10 seconds before we get started, I made this video to help you, so please help me if it helps you. It only takes a second or two. It's a great help if you subscribe, like, and or leave a comment down below. That's it. Let's get started. So today I'm going to be showing you how to replace your starter on your 2001 through 2006 Hyundai Elantra. For today's project, I used a 14mm, 12mm, and 10mm socket, a few different extensions there, and then a 3/8 ratchet, and an extended 3/8 ratchet, and a magnet, and a big flathead screwdriver, and a smaller Phillips head screwdriver, and also a flashlight. The first thing you need to do is we're going to pop the hood, then we're going to disconnect your battery cable, and then after that you're going to locate your starter. Okay, so go ahead and disconnect this battery cable here. It's a 10mm nut. And I'm just going to take that off. Next, you need to remove this air box right here. So you're just going to go ahead and pop those off. And then, I've already loosened it up, but there's a screw right up here. You just need to loosen that screw so you can pull this off like that. And then you've also got this hose right here, and you can just twist and turn and pull back and it'll come off like that. And then you can set the top of your air box off to the side. Okay guys, now the next thing we need to do is recognize the starter. Now it's over here in this region, and I don't think I'm going to be able to show you, but I will try. It's going to be somewhere deep inside there. And I really don't think you're going to be able to see it, so I will be able to show you from the bottom here, but it is over in this region somewhere. You will need to find it by yourself over here, because you are going to have to remove some stuff from the top and remove some stuff from the bottom. So I'll take you down below and show you the starter from the bottom. Okay guys, now here's your starter right there, and we're on the bottom here. Now make sure you identify with this bar right here, because when we go back up top, I'm going to show you there's another bar that's right here where my finger is, and there's nothing there. You're going to need to take that bar off, and I'm going to show you the bolts and where the locations will be and stuff like that. And also, see this plug right here. This is your oxygen sensor plug. So when you're looking for this, just find your oxygen sensor that's like kind of in the middle of the car or whatever, and you need to unplug this too to give you some more room. So I'm going to take you up top and show you how to get that bar off, and you'll also need to unplug some wires up there, and I'll show you how to do that too. Okay guys, now this is the bar that I was talking about. This is going to be the bottom right here. It's going to be kind of like arced there at an angle, and then the top one is just kind of more straight up here. And you got these two bolts you're going to have to take out, and the bolt head is a 14mm bolt head. So you're going to take your 14mm socket and get those off right there. And then this bar will just come right off. As far as I know, you don't have to remove the other bar, so we should just be able to pull the starter out as is around that. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take you back down below, and I'm going to show you the wires to remove, because that's the next thing you're going to have to do, is remove the wires from the starter. Okay guys, so we're looking at the starter here. I'm going to zoom in for you there, and that is the connector that you need to disconnect. And also, if you can see back there where my finger is, that is where the nut will be, and it's a 12mm nut, and you need to take that off. So there's a little nut, and in order to get to it, you're going to have to pull this boot right here back so you can take it off. So once you get that off, I'm just going to pull the connector off there, and hopefully you can see it sliding back and forth. So I'm just going to set that off to the side. Then you got this little connector here. You're just going to push right there and pull it off like this. It's going to slide right off of there like that. And then we're just going to get this wire off, and we'll go up top and we'll pull it off to the side. Okay guys, so here we are up top, and I'm just going to reach down in here, and you can see here is the starter wire and stuff. So I'm going to pull it out, and there's your connector, and there's the one that nuts on there. So that's what it looks like if you had any trouble with that. Okay guys, the next thing you need to do is find these two bolts right here. There's one right there, and then there's one on the other side. You're going to need to remove these two bolts like so. You might not see me be able to do that, but let's see, let me refocus here. And so yeah, the bolt's gonna look like that, and it looks a little funny. And also on the other side of that bracket, you're gonna have one of these on each side of the other bolt, and that little ridge right there is going to be setting inside the bracket like so. So make sure you don't lose those two, and make sure you get the bolts and these little pieces right here and set them over here. See if I can. Yeah, just set them on the place up there around your windshield wipers, kind of, so you don't lose them. Okay, and the next thing you need to do is get this piece off right here, and there's going to be a little clip and metal plate holding it on, and I'm going to show you how to get that off over there on the floor. But once you've gotten your clip off, it just pushes up and push it back there, move it away off to the side. Okay guys, so this is the metal plate and clip that I was talking about over there, and what you need to do is you're going to take a flathead screwdriver, and then you're going to kind of stick it down in there, and then you're going to twist so that, as you can see there, it kind of separates the clip there a little bit. And then after you do that, you'll just pull that way, and it will make the clip come off. But also be ready with the magnet to grab onto that clip, and you should be, it'll probably grab both at the same time like it just did there. And that's good so that you don't lose it, because it's a really important piece here. It is your shift cable holder honor thing. So if you're doing this on an automatic, you won't have this piece, and I'm not sure the obstacles you'll have if this is an automatic. But if you have the 5-speed or the manual transmission or whatever, this is what you're going to be dealing with. So remember, important pieces, don't lose them. And after we do this step right here, the only thing we have left to do is make sure everything is out of the way, and then we have 2 bolts that we need to take out so we can remove the starter, and we'll pull it right out. Okay guys, now hopefully you can see right here that I moved the shift cable way out of the way, and then I'm going to try and give you a good shot of how I got the socket and extension down there. Now you can see, where is it? Right there, right in front of my finger, that's where we took the shift cable off. You can see that kind of pole looking thing right there, and that's why you have to take it off, is to get to that starter bolt. It's right there, and you can see the socket on the bolt right over there. So that is where your bolt will be, and as you can see right there, there's a bigger bolt right up top left, so don't get confused between that bolt and the bolt that's right there. So that is the top bolt you're going to need to take off. And then if we go down this way, there's going to be another bolt that's going to be kind of to the left. It'll kind of be like a, if you can imagine the clock, it'll be, if we're looking at it right here, that will be like 10 o'clock maybe, and then the other one will be like at 4 o'clock. So it's going to be down and diagonal from that one. So I'll try and get a shot on the bolt down there, and then I'll show you the starter, and you'll be able to look and see where the bolts went in. Okay guys, so this is what the starter looks like once you've gotten it out, and you see right there, that's where a bolt will go in, and it's going to be coming in from this side. So hopefully you can kind of get the idea there, and you'll come on the other side with your 14mm socket and take that bolt out. Then on the other side, it's hidden, so when you're looking underneath, you can't really see it there. That's why we took it out from the top, and it's the same thing. There's going to be a bolt coming in from this side. And then the wires, that's the wire that you saw me unclip, and then over here is where that 12mm nut's going to be on, and you'll kind of just pull the wire off there, because it'll be that little circular thing that's stuck on there. So once you get all the stuff out, you'll just be able to take it right out. There's nothing other than that really. And as far as going back in here in a second, I'll give you the torque specs just in case you want to use those for how much to put on the bolts going back in, the important ones. Okay guys, so one more thing I wanted to add there was before I give you the torque specs is this comes out from the bottom. So once you get the last bolt out there, it's just going to kind of drop, and you'll see it separating as you're taking the bolt out, and you'll just kind of pull it out like so. Then when you go to put it back in, the bolts going in this way, you're going to want to torque them to 20 to 25 foot-pounds if you do indeed torque them. I'm just going to put them back in good and tight because I know about how tight they were in there when they came out. So remember, 20 to 25 foot-pounds for these two right here. Then if you're really OCD about it and you want to torque this nut right here that gets your electrical connection connected here, the nut on there is going to be 8 to 12 foot-pounds. So 8 to 12 foot-pounds on this nut right here. And that's pretty much it for today's video, because going back in, it's going to be going in the same way, and if you dared to take on such a task and you got this far, then I definitely believe that you can put it back in, and you don't need me to baby you all the way back through it. So I'll run you through, I'll talk you through the process real quick since it's still fresh on my mind. You're going to stick the starter back in. Start by putting the bolt on the other side of here back in. Then after that, you'll come back up top and bolt that back in. Then remember to put your shift cable back on, and then after that you can go ahead and hook the electrical connection up right here, and then clip back in this little piece right here. And also, don't forget your bar, and remember, the more arched piece goes down at the bottom and the flat piece goes up at the top. And make sure those are in good and tight, because those are I believe it's like a motor mount supporting type thing there. So once you got that all back together, you're good to go with your new starter. Well, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Well guys, unfortunately this is all the time I have for today, and this is also the last video of the week. So don't forget to subscribe so you can catch me next Monday morning right here on Facebook. Thanks again guys for watching, and I'll see you right here next time on Facebook.